Hi everyone, Tom here at CBC with Sean, and we're going to be doing a Doctor Who The Day of the Doctor spoilerific discussion podcast thing.
Yeah.
And a few people have been asking us to do this, especially since my review missed out a lot of stuff as I was passing out from flu at the time. And so first off, Sean, what did you think of the special?
Dude, it was fucking sick. Dude, it was like the greatest. It was the greatest thing. Like, as soon as the thing opened with the classic 1963 fucking opening, I went nuts. And then it opened to the I Am Foreman thing, just like an unearthly child. And I just passed out.
Yeah, and then
I couldn't take it.
And then seconds later, you see it's at Coal Hill School on Totter's Lane as well, and Clara is working at the school that Susan went to.
Yeah, and also it said, the chairman was Chesterton. So it was Ian Chesterton was running the place.
Yeah. Oh, that was just incredible. I mean, Moffat, before the episode came out, said that there wasn't going to be that many references to the past. And I guess...
But right from the start.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. I mean... Just that opening bit alone, the way that the titles came in, like I was just expecting it to have regular titles, an intro bit, then the titles come in after a sort of cliffhanger moment, and then continue just like a regular episode.
But honestly, that was one of my most anticipated things, was like seeing what opening they were going to use. I thought they were going to do like a compilation of all of the openings from the past leading up to the present, but. But then it just
mashup thing.
Yeah, like a mashup thing. But they just came out and did the original theme, and that was just perfect.
Oh yeah, I mean, so much about it. This is perfect. I don't know, just talking about this bit, I don't know what to move on to next. Really, I mean, Clara on the motorcycle going into the
TARDIS and all that
shot. I mean, I wish I got to see this in theatre in 3D. Yeah. My local one sold out.
I'm glad I didn't go see this in a theater, because I would get kicked out by fanboying way too much.
Yeah, but everyone who sees this in the theater is just as much of a fanboy as us.
Oh yeah, you'll see like a ton of Tom Bakers, ton of tenants or whatever the fuck, all these people dressed up and stuff like that. All you see is like a ton of Sonic 2 drivers in the dark theater and shit. It's just the greatest.
Well, since you just mentioned him anyway, Tom Baker.
Oh yeah, Tom Baker shows up as the curator.
Yeah, who is still the Doctor. It's made pretty clear that maybe when the Doctor retires, he chooses to become Tom Baker again. And that's pretty interesting to me. It means, what is going to happen with Trenzalore? I mean, I guess we'll find out, because Trenzalore is a big theme in the Christmas special that's coming soon with Matt Smith's Regeneration, so...
Yeah.
But another thing, though, the TARDIS consoles, when it's glitching between the three and you see the round things...
Oh, dude, that actually was my second favorite moment in the entire special, where he's just like, "Hey, look, the round things," and it was like,
"What are the round things?" I have no
idea. That was just amazing. But the fact that John Hurt's Doctor, the War Doctor, had a TARDIS interior that was just a mix between the classic and the actual 2005. TARDIS console, and it was just because they had the columns and the round things and shit. So I was
it had the sort of TARDIS coral things growing that was in Tennant's and Eccleston's TARDIS. But now the thing I wonder now is, at what point did McGann change his TARDIS interior to this, or was it Hurt that did this anyway? Because we've seen the TV movie; he had a pretty enormous TARDIS interior in that.
Oh yeah. I blame that on McCoy.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the Seventh Doctor did that.
Oh yeah, McCoy did the huge interior one that looked like a giant library or something. But
it looked like it.
McGann in the audio dramas, which are now officially canon thanks to that prequel movie. Which how awesome was that? I mean,
dude, that was amazing. With the fact that he mentioned Lucy Miller, I was like, did they just mention the audio stuff?
Yeah, they mentioned all of his audio companions.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that they made them canon, I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Which is great, because a lot of people probably wouldn't have listened to the audio dramas purely for the stupid reason that it's not canon. A lot of people are going to be re-picking up all those McGann things. A lot of people don't even realise there was those. It's like, what's he talking about, all these companions? He wasn't on for all these. And
Yeah, no, is that wasn't in the movie. It was like, oh no, you gotta listen to the audio stuff, man.
Yeah, and that stuff's awesome as well. Like, there's some bloody good stories. But anyway, I'm getting off topic again. But just that one line when Tennant says, "Oh, you've redecorated." I don't like it.
Oh yeah, the Troughton line.
Yeah, I mean that line's been used a bunch of times since. I think even Matt Smith's Doctor used it in a recent series. I forget which one though.
Yeah. But I do love that line though. It's like he redecorated. I don't like it.
Yeah, I believe he even said it at one point too. I think the first time that line was said was about the Brigadier's office.
Oh yeah. That was in, I think, the Five Doctors or something like that.
It was either the Five Doctors or the Three Doctors. I forget which one.
I'm gonna go with the Five Doctors. I think it was probably that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that to see. To be honest, though, I actually prefer the Three Doctors. It's the one where Omega's got his own mini universe and stuff, and they get trapped in it. That one's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Three Doctors yet, but I have watched the Five Doctors and the Two Doctors. But I haven't, for some reason, I haven't watched the Three Doctors.
It's a brilliant one. It's Pertwee, Troughton, and Hartnell.
But I did see that one clip of them, like Hartnell calling them a dandy and a clown.
Yeah,
I was like, that's good. And also in the 50th, they actually did that with Matt Smith said sand shoes and grandpa.
Yeah, I loved that. That was just fantastic. And when Tennant says they're not sand shoes, and Hertz Doctor just turns to go, yes, they are.
Yes, they are. I love how like John Hurt's Doctor was just basically like the voice of all the classic Who fans or whatever. Like when he's like timey-wimey, he's like, what did you just say?
I have no idea where he picks this stuff up, even though it was Tennant that did come up with it.
Yeah.
So he's even like trying to. It's weird. It's like Tennant's Doctor is showing off to John Hurt's Doctor in a weird way in that moment.
Yeah, he really is.
But so talking of all the different Doctors, we saw a glimpse of Capaldi.
Oh, that, like, okay, I did not expect that.
Me neither. I mean, apparently when Moffat, I saw in an interview when Moffat wrote it, they didn't actually know who they were going to cast, so they just had to hope that they would find someone by the time it went out.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's great. And I think the reason that they only show his eyes as well is because I think it might be the first goatee Doctor or something, and they want to save that as a surprise. Or maybe he had a goatee when they shot it, and they don't want him to have one when he's actually in it. Because I know he's shooting the Three Musketeers at the moment in Prague or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they say all 13 Doctors, and obviously now with the War Doctor, he's technically not a numbered Doctor. Moffat's made that very clear. Like, Matt Smith's Doctor's still the 11th, Tennant's still the 10th, all that sort of thing. Because this is the War Doctor, he's not like the 9th Doctor or whatever.
No.
But now, obviously we saw a slight regeneration into Eccleston.
Yeah, he kind of, like, if you look closely, you could see him kind of like morphing into Eccleston, but not completely.
Yeah. I'm also kind of pissed that Eccleston refused to come back.
Yeah, because he's being such an asshole about it. It's just like, dude, just please, just for one scene.
He would have literally had to come by for an afternoon. They would have shot 2 moments with him in, and that would have been it.
Yeah, exactly. And you get paid like $500,000 or something.
Yeah, he would have been paid ridiculously for doing such a small amount of work.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and also the fact that people were like, "Oh yeah, why did John Hurt? Why did he like regenerate and all that?" You know, and like I immediately caught it when I watched it.
Yeah, I mean, not only was he saying that he's wearing a bit thin and all that sort of line, he regenerated, one, because he was old.
Yeah, he was old.
2, his purpose was done. He was created for the sole purpose of ending the Time War. He did that, so of course he regenerates. I mean, the prequel showed that he was regenerated into the Warrior, and then once the Warrior's task is done, of course he's going to regenerate and just be the Doctor again.
Yeah, I mean, because like with that whole line with wearing a bit thin, it was basically echoing the first Doctor when he said that before he regenerated. And like... Yeah, and also, he's old fighting in a war, so he died of exhaustion and stuff like that. So it's just like he was done. He was tired. He's basically what Batman should do. He should just die and regenerate.
Okay. Die, regenerate. Just not into Joseph Gordon-Levitt, please.
Yeah, just regenerate into Ben Affleck or something. Just do that.
But I mean, it was such a huge surprise to see Peter Capaldi in there, and
but that was such a great moment though, with all like the Doctors coming in, and it was like he's like, oh my god, all 12 of them. It's like, damn, does he hate them then?
That was what they did at the end. But it's like all 13 suggests that there is only going to be 13 Doctors, and obviously that's not going to happen. They're not going to let this show end.
Oh no!
Apparently, it's going to be revealed in the Christmas special when, like, Matt Smith's to regenerate. Apparently, he is on his last regeneration or something at that point, and he's like, he shouldn't be able to regenerate into Capaldi at all. Yeah. Which makes it interesting to me because obviously, supposedly, the regeneration where Tennant turned into a second Tennant should be, well, it should count. Apparently,
I guess that
Moffat has said that it does count technically.
So he said it used up a regenerative energy on that.
Yeah.
So okay, then that's I'm guessing when Capaldi becomes the Doctor, they're gonna have to do like a story of how he gets around the whole limited regenerative cycle.
I think he'll just go back to Khan where McGann regenerated. Like maybe they seem to have a lot in the way of Time Lord technology and regenerations and stuff. So maybe they can help.
Yeah, and also somebody also speculated that Capaldi will try to go out and find Gallifrey again.
Well, that seems to be the main plot point for the upcoming series now, which I think that's a really cool way to go. I mean, it's going to be an interesting story arc to go. I mean, I hope they don't find Gallifrey for many, many years. That's the storyline that they can really not have to worry about for quite a long time.
Yeah, he tries to find it, but he just can't. And it's just there's all these things coming up, all these things going wrong with him trying to get to it. I mean, because, he could just travel there in an instant, but, of course things will go wrong with trying to find Gallifrey, so.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's going to get sidetracked.
Of course.
He always does. He's the Doctor. Plus, he can't completely control the TARDIS, so he's not going to just be able to go straight there, is he?
Fucking Clara comes out of the shower, and he just gets distracted by that.
Who wouldn't? Yeah, I think she might be my favourite companion just because I think she's the most attractive. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, that is just you. Personally, I go with usefulness. So I would definitely have to say, okay, of the new series, Clara, but
yeah, she's pretty great. I mean, the character's changed quite a bit as well.
Right, speaking of companions and stuff like that, returning cast member Billie Piper fucking came back.
Yeah, and she wasn't even really playing Rose.
Yeah, because a lot of people were like, "Shut up, she's playing Rose, you asshole!" She's playing Rose and stuff like that. So that romance between her and Tennant, is going to happen or whatever, or if this is set between season 2 or whatever, whatever
people
part.
Saying Rose will come back because this is set during season 2, but I mean clearly from the Elizabeth I stuff, this is set between Waters of Mars and End of Time because he mentions at the beginning of End of Time, just got married to Elizabeth I.
Yeah.
So it's painfully obvious, to anyone that's actually watched the show and knows the show, that's exactly when it's set.
Yeah, but it kind of confused the hell out of me with the timeline placement because his hair is spiked up in those specials, but in the 50th his hair is down.
Yeah, I think Tennant himself had less hair when they shot this thing.
Yeah, I'm guessing he just got a haircut or something.
Yeah, his hair was too short to do it all the way, I guess. But who knows? Maybe his hair, he just changed it depending on the day.
Yeah, he probably doesn't give a shit. I mean, I just use his hair to place what time is set.
Yeah, I mean, seeing Rose she was essentially playing Bad Wolf, who seemed very similar in characteristics to how the TARDIS was portrayed in The Doctor's Wife, which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah.
But obviously it's Time Lord technology, it's related to the TARDIS, and it exists through space and time and all that, so they're bound to have some similarities in terms of how they act.
Yeah, but why did she turn into Bad Wolf again? I completely forgot.
Simply because she's a fan favourite, and she was just I picked a form from your past or your future, I get confused, and it's yeah.
What the fuck it?
She was there because Moffat wanted her there, that's about it.
Just pick the form of Tegan. I really want someone that's really that's really there just to complain just the whole time.
Maybe she was there because John Barrowman was busy.
Yeah.
See how much fun would this special have been if it was John Barrowman telling John Hurt what to do? Just catching Jack really embarrassing him by saying gay things.
Be like, oh hey, I like this new 11th Doctor. Nice ass.
Still, talking of Barrowman, actually, there was that reference to Captain Jack, which I quite appreciated there being.
Oh, yeah. The time vortex manipulator or whatever.
Yeah, I believe actually when I did some a trailer breakdown for the channel, I think I said maybe it's Captain Jack's vortex manipulator,
and then they said it was.
Yeah, so I was quite pleased that I actually got that right, because usually it's just, I thought before maybe it's just River Songs or something.
No.
But I think we would have been told if Alex Kingston was going to make a cameo, and I was actually surprised that she didn't, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm surprised the fucking like the Moments interface. I'm surprised it didn't take the form of River Song rather than like Bad Wolf.
Yeah, I think though the fans, I mean, I'm kind of sick of her. I mean, the fans are kind of tired of River just being everywhere.
Oh yeah.
She was an interesting character, but I think she's been so overused lately that it's good that she's not in this one, I guess. Even though I would have liked a reference to her somewhere. There wasn't a single reference to River Song in this that I picked up on.
Well, there was River Song shoes.
Was there?
Yeah, her shoes were in like Unit's vault, I think.
River Song's shoes were in the Black Archive?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was in the Black Archive.
I didn't know. I didn't pick up on that, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, her red shoes and Amy Pond's pinwheel.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody actually took screenshots of it.
Things too dangerous to keep anywhere else. Like those are so dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the Fez was in the National Gallery in the Too Dangerous section as well. So, like, what's so dangerous about a Fez? Apart from the fact that it seems to be caught in a time loop and only exists because it exists.
Yeah.
So that's something that's interesting as well. Charting the direction and the journey of that Fez. Like, it's in the museum. Matt Smith throws it to Tennant, who throws it to Hurt. And then, I guess, Hurt brings it with him and Queen Elizabeth I keeps it and puts it in a museum. So then Matt Smith takes it again. So literally the Fez is only there because it was there. It's just one of those wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey things that just appears out of nowhere and has no origin.
See, why do you have to talk like a child? What's wrong with being grown up?
Yeah, and then they look at him and...
Maybe we can use this to pass the time. Yeah.
But there's just so much. The Time War. I mean, how awesome was it seeing all those moments from the Time War?
I honestly did not expect to see like the Time War being as action packed as it was, because the Time Lords are not very combat proficient, I guess. But yeah, it's like to see them actually like lose and shit, be like, oh yeah, because they had a very weak military. So it's like all this destruction and shit. I'm like, damn. So yeah, the Time War was really fucked up. And I'm glad that they showed more of it instead of like just telling us what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to see it anywhere near as much of it as we actually saw. And the thing that got me was I was expecting to see a lot of the Time War just be the Time Lords being evil. But they actually showed us a lot of probably the things that a lot of things neglect to show us with war. They showed us the innocent people that were getting slaughtered. And I thought that was kind of dark and quite powerful and moving.
Yeah, and the fact that, the doctor, like knowing what the doctor did, you're just like, holy shit. He had to make that choice to kill all these people just to stop
that moment,
all the destruction.
Did you count how many children there were on Gallifrey that day?
Yeah, and then Tennant says it is like, how many? Like 2.4 billion?
It was like something more like 8.5 billion or something ridiculous.
Yeah,
it was insane.
It was like, damn, man, he killed all those fucking people just to stop
children.
All the destruction. Yeah, no, just the children.
Were there? At least 2 to every child, probably. No, that math is terrible. But still, that is a lot of people.
And the fact that Matt Smith just moved on from all of that. He
forgot. I mean, at first I thought maybe he didn't forget and he just didn't want to say it out loud again.
Yeah, same. But he said he moved on. Then
he did forget. I mean, Trenzalore clearly has affected him quite a lot. Knowing where that Trenzalore's coming has distracted him somehow. But
yeah,
but I'm sure if he'd actually given it some thought, he would have remembered anyway.
Probably.
I mean, Matt Smith's doctors said about how much he hates himself many times during his run. It always seems to be harkening back to the Time War lately. So I imagine he remembers.
I'm glad that the Time War is over now. Like the fact that they're done with that entire thing.
Yeah, it's nice to put an end to it. And now we're looking forward. Gallifrey lives and Gallifrey falls no more.
Yeah.
It's it's going to be interesting to see if Gallifrey actually comes back. I mean, they're frozen in a moment in time, so if he does find it, it's essentially going to be still kind of evil.
and also I found out like I found like a fan theory which kind of seems fun to think about.
Oh yeah.
Like you know like the face of Bo's last words, "You are not alone."
Yeah.
You thought that was referring to the Master.
It kind of was.
But maybe what if it was referring to the Time Lords?
Maybe it's both. But that would be
maybe it's both.
Yeah, I mean,
seriously, yeah.
I mean, I think it was in the episode just about the Master, but I think that is the sort of thing that they can change and say, actually, no, it was about the Time Lords as well, which is something that's going to be interesting, especially if they actually do get Captain Jack to come back.
Oh yeah,
and I wonder if Captain Jack would actually hit on Peter Capaldi, because he's not exactly the young man that the other Doctors were.
Yeah, you'd probably be like, "Oh, you let yourself go."
Yeah, Captain Jack seems to like young and pretty, which two things you cannot say to describe Peter Capaldi.
Oh, fuck off, you fat fuck.
Captain Jack's like, "You've let yourself go." She's like, "Kiss my sweaty balls, you fat cunt."
I would love it if his doctor was fucking Malcolm Tucker.
It'd be amazing. So the paintings were pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the paintings were really good. The Zygons didn't really have much to do. They were just like the monsters there.
I think the Zygons were a fan favorite, and because I think they only appeared in literally one episode before. In one serial, but they were such fan favourites, they were like, well, let's bring them back for this. Plus, Tennant went on record to say that they're his favourite ever Doctor Who monsters.
I mean, I'm glad that they didn't really change them much, like, you know, how they did with the Ice Warriors, because the Ice Warriors also talked in a very whispery type of voice, and I thought they were going to do the same thing that they did with the Ice Warriors with the Zygons, but no, they actually kept the voices, they kept the original look, they kept pretty much everything the same.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was one of those great designs, though, that it was easy for them to update it and keep it looking cool, because the original design had so much going for it.
Yeah.
I think the Ice Warriors design, I mean, from a visual standpoint, was pretty true to it, except when it took off the helmet.
Oh, yeah, because you never actually saw, like,
yeah,
any of them behind the armor or anything like that, so...
No, I was okay with what they did with the Ice Warriors, to be honest.
I mean, I was too. It's just kind of...
It kind of sucks to think that that's the best they could come up with for what they looked like under the helmets. They could
the best you got? Okay, yeah. Jenna starts singing.
Yeah. Hungry like a wolf. Anyway.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the whole thing about the paintings was cool. I mean, the Zygons, I liked the conclusion with the Zygons.
Yeah, me too.
The way that it's going to be the most perfect treaty in the world, because both parties won't know if they're human or Zygon. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I liked how they used the painting in the end to save Gallifrey. I mean, that was interesting to me. And I liked how the Zygons were essentially using paintings as cryogenic stasis pods or whatever. Why they didn't just use regular stasis pods, I don't know, but...
But it's an interesting way of doing stasis pods.
Yeah, it's an interesting way of making sure that the things are kept in the public eye. I mean, 3D paintings, no one's going to throw or burn one of those.
Yeah, exactly. And also, let's talk about that really hot nerd chick with the scarf.
Yeah, I thought she was kind of hot as well.
Yeah, the fact that they were like, oh yeah, you're jealous of your prettier sister. I'm like, wait, is her sister like the hottest woman on the planet? Because this woman is really attractive.
Yeah, I think she's pretty attractive, especially with those glasses. She had that nerdy...
Oh, the glasses, the scarf, the long coat, the big brimmed hat, the big teeth and big eyes and curly hair and deep voice and asking me if I would like a jelly baby. Wait, that's Tom Baker. Fuck.
I was just thinking there. I don't remember her offering the jelly baby.
Dude, I would have loved it if Tom Baker actually did offer Matt Smith the jelly baby. Perfect. Yeah, if he just was like, hey, before I go, would you like a jelly baby? They're rather good.
It was great as well, since the Brigadier himself is dead, that we got the daughter of the Brigadier in this.
Yeah.
I think she's. I can't remember the actress's name now, but the actress who played Kate Stewart, I think she's fantastic. I'm really.
Didn't she appear also in The Power of Three?
Yeah, she was. Yeah. That was her first appearance in the show, but the character has been in audiobooks.
Has she?
Apparently, she was in like, or she. It wasn't audiobooks. She was in one of the novels.
Oh. And, that's why I don't know her, I guess.
Pretty sure she was in audiobooks though, because I vaguely remember seeing that she was played by someone else. But yeah.
Whatever.
I'll have to look into that anyway.
But yeah, Kate Stewart did a really good job, and so did that chick with the scarf, who was really hot. But seriously though, I don't get like why she was wearing the Fourth Doctor scarf. It was weird.
She's a Doctor fangirl. I think within the context of even this, Doctor has fangirls.
And I love how you looked at her and was like, "Nice scarf." I'm like, yeah. All right, I get it.
Are you sciencey? Yes, I am.
Put it on my desk. Wait, do I have a desk? No. Give me a desk.
I want this report in triplicate with lots of graphs. There was so much to love about this episode. I mean,
so much, and even like
in the background of the Black Archive that had all the old companions on it. I mean, we didn't have close-ups of all of them, but we know they're there because
and one of them was one close-up was Susan.
Yeah, which was nice to see her getting a thing. It would have been nice if the actress who played Susan, is it Caroline Ford?
Yeah, Caroline Ford.
It would have been nice if she'd come back as Susan in this episode or something. That would have been the only thing I think that would have been the extra thing. Maybe Susan could be playing one of the unit scientists or something, and
or she just randomly shows up with Tom Baker and says, "Grandfather, who's that?"
Yeah. Who is that grandfather?
You're like, that's me. You're like, wow, you look young.
And what a chin. Oh, that was good when David Tennant referred to Matt Smith as chinny.
He's like, wait, what? He's like, you do have a chin, so.
Oh, when Matt Smith first sees David Tennant, though, he's like, so skinny, I've never seen it from this angle before. It's like a special effect.
And then he started comparing, like, the sonic screwdrivers, and it's like, compensated for something. I fucking knew that joke was coming.
Yeah. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, a generation, it's a lottery. I don't know if that was a penis joke or Tennant's doctor just saying, well, I'm prettier than you are.
No, actually, it was a penis joke. No, because whenever someone says, "Are you compensating for something?" Whenever you have something as large as like that, yeah.
I think that joke was put around a lot as well when Smith first started because his TARDIS interior was so much larger.
It was larger. His sonic screwdriver was larger.
Yeah, even
his chin was larger.
The TARDIS is larger with the Smith one.
Oh yeah, and also a lot brighter too.
I like the brighter coloured TARDIS though.
Oh, yeah, me too. I mean, it's better than the other ones. I mean, honestly, like
this one wasn't even really blue. It was more like a dark greeny, bluey, black color almost. It was so dark.
And John Hurt's fucking TARDIS was dirty.
John Hurt's TARDIS was practically black.
Yeah, because he'd been fighting in a war, so
it was like covered in soot.
It was covered in blood.
Yeah, the blood of all the Time Lord children.
All like 8.4 billion of them. I'm gonna draw this one as a smiley face, and I'm gonna put this one over here to represent Timmy. I'm pretty sure there's a Time Lord named Timmy.
Yeah, well, there's bound to be at least one.
At least. But seriously, the best moment of the entire special, in my opinion, not the round things, not Tom Baker, not the 13th Doctor.
The ending.
The fucking ending.
Yeah, all 13 Doctors. Yeah.
Oh God, it was the greatest thing with like just Hartnell in the back.
Yeah.
And while
that
all
was
of
the
them are
perfect
just
spot for Hartnell to be as well. Like he needs to be the very center, and just. Yeah. And it was great. I mean, I've seen some behind the scenes. They just got body doubles wearing the actual outfits for that bit. They're not just photographs, but obviously they've superimposed their faces onto it. But
oh yeah, of course they did.
Yeah, obviously. But I mean, it would have been nice. I mean, since McGann was around filming for his minisode anyway. I mean, I don't know why they had McGann with his long wig when they didn't just let him do it.
They couldn't just have him be there looking the way he did in the mini episode.
Yeah. Or at least put that hair on him from the mini episode.
Why did you have to go right for the movie?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird choice, but
it was odd.
Yeah, I would have liked it maybe as well if Eccleston had actually wasn't being such a bastard about it all. Because it's weird that his face seems to be the one that looks the most photoshopped on in that whole lot.
Yeah. Especially the archive footage that they took when all the TARDISes was, doing their thing on Gallifrey and stuff like that.
Now for my next trick, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he just come back. He would have literally had to shoot for 2 hours maximum.
That's all you have to do. All you have to do really is just look very bored or serious or whatever the hell you do, Eccleston. Just do that, and then you get paid, and you just walk away saying, "Yeah, I'm finally done with it."
Yeah, I find it ironic that he basically gives off the impression that he feels Doctor Who is beneath him. Yeah, what has he done lately apart from Thor 2, where he played a villain that doesn't really do a whole lot?
I don't know.
I haven't really seen him in anything since he did season 1 of Heroes for 3 episodes.
Hey, I'm gonna stay away from Doctor Who, yet I'm gonna go after all these other nerd projects.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense. Doctor Who's beneath him,
but Heroes, which was on its first season. Okay, the first season was pretty damn awesome, but I mean, look how bad that show got.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, is there anything else that I've missed that you want to discuss about this episode? Or
I'm trying to think of all the...
I'm sure I've missed something in this discussion.
Yeah, because there is a lot to point out, to discuss, or whatever. And I know a lot of people in the comment section will point out all the stuff that we missed, saying, how dare you guys not talk about this moment or whatever. But right now, I can't...
We talked about how John Hurt's Doctor is great.
Yeah, I can't exactly, think of, what else to talk about, really.
That bit where the Doctor says that technically he still works for UNIT was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
So he just disappeared as John Pertwee the first chance he got, and then as Tom Baker, and it's just technically he never quit.
Yeah, he never really quit.
He
just basically went on vacation.
Mm.
And, and also, okay, before people start screaming at us for not mentioning this, the I don't want to go line.
Mm. But the marrying of that was a nice line. I mean, did you watch that Journey in Space and Time, the docudrama?
Actually, no.
You need to watch that because that line is used again in that when William Hartnell find out that he's been kicked off the show.
Oh, that he's been recast.
Yeah. He was getting ill, but he loved that show so much that he just really didn't want to go.
Oh, wait, was that a real thing that Hartnell actually said?
He didn't actually say it, but it was a nice line that they used because he genuinely did love the show that much. So it's probably the sort of thing he would have said.
Wait, so Hartnell really did love Doctor Who that much?
Oh, he loved it. He had been cast in tough man and kind of mean roles forever, and that was the first time that he did a role, and just everyone just loved him overnight. And he was just getting so ill that he was forgetting his lines all the time because of the illness he had, and he really didn't want to go, and he just loved it so much and just didn't want to leave.
Hell, he even got Ian Chesterton's name wrong on a couple times.
Yeah.
And he kept forgetting everything. It's just it got sad after a while, and they had to recast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that okay. Now that you mentioned that, I definitely have to watch it now because.
Oh, it's fantastic. You
just
really
the heartstrings would just get
pulled. Oh God! People say that they were in tears watching The Day of the Doctor in some moments, and I can't say that I was, to be honest, but I was certainly close watching and Journey in Space and Time.
Like seriously, how The Day of the Doctor. At what point was there a sad moment to the point where it will bring you to tears? Where was that?
That's what I was wondering. I don't think there was.
But there were some sad moments, but
there was people on Facebook saying, and Facebook and bloody stupid YouTube reviewers and stuff that I've seen go, oh, it brought me close to tears. But then you see some of the cast members going, I was reading the script and I was close to tears at that moment. And I was like, what? Was there a deleted scene that was like just devastating?
Yeah, I watched it. I'm like, well, I didn't see anything at all. Did Matt Smith kick you all in the balls, and that's why you were so close to tears?
Maybe in the original script, Tom Baker just has a heart attack in the gallery while walking away.
Oh no!
Oh shit! No. It's like, okay. What did he die of? He had diabetes, too many jelly babies. They were slowly killing him over many years.
That's fucked up. No, but I can see how Matt Smith could be brought close to tears because that meeting between 11 and 4, like that one could be so overwhelming. Like you just get so happy, you're like, oh shit, you know. But other than that, I don't see how anybody could get close to tears, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't quite understand that either. But with A Journey in Space and Time, seriously, you will be.
Yeah,
it was incredible. And David Bradley does such a perfect William Hartnell, like, what's the word? Not impersonation, because it's more than that. It's bigger than that, but he plays him perfectly.
Yeah, I can't think of the word either, but
it's like an interpretation, I guess. Or...
Yeah, interpretation of it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I definitely gotta see it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Like, do they like have some funny moments about like who created the theme song, like who really did it?
Not really. It was kind of was there. Like you saw that when the theme song was being made, you could tell that they're women's hands, not men's. So they kind of show that. But
yeah, it was like, oh, I did it. Me, Ron Grainer, I did it.
Yeah, he didn't really do anything for that theme song. He just took the credit.
Yeah, because
they still credit him even to this day.
Yeah, it was the 60s, so...
Yeah, you can't possibly have a woman taking credit for her own...
Yeah, but honestly, like as... I mean, you said they still credit Ron Grainer. Yeah, they still do, but they really, really do, like, put... what's her name? Delia Derbyshire? Derbyshire? Whatever fuck. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they put her name on top of his because they know who really did it.
Yeah, which is good.
They credit her on top of him, you know, because they're like, yeah, she's the one that did it, even though he's the one that was like, all right, we got a theme song, but she's the one that made it so iconic.
Oh, exactly. I mean, he gave her like a few notes, and she just improvised a hell of a lot more into it. Like, very few of actually what he wrote was actually in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I think that's enough for this discussion podcast. I really can't think of anything that we've missed now.
Yeah, neither can I, really. I mean... we basically got the majority of everything.
Yeah, I hope. Like, people will be very quick to let us know in the comments if we've missed anything. And
yeah. John Hurt died of old age. Don't say he died because he had 4 minutes to live, or something like that. Because seriously, somebody literally said that. Or like, hey, I thought he had a time limit. He had 4 minutes to live, and I'm like, wait. So you mean to tell me that the whole Time War and everything that happened in the special was over 4 minutes?
Yeah, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, but not quite that.
No. Yeah. 4 minutes would have been done.
So, anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Be sure to subscribe to CBC for more Doctor Who related content, as well as comic books and stuff, as you know. And, thanks for listening.
If you guys found this podcast helpful, which I highly doubt you did, but...
we're not helpful.
No, we're not.
Things, but I doubt we're helpful.
Yeah, if you guys found this very informative, if it got you into Doctor Who, how about this? If you want to get into Doctor Who, start off with all the way back to William Hartnell.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Take the journey.